What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream today. We're going to jump on in. If you guys can see, today we're going to watch paint dry like we've been doing every single day for the past 2 months. But hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Had to add some humor in there because let's be honest, guys. Bitcoin is holding a pretty critical support right now, but to be honest, we're still in the same range that we've been in for literally from between 30K and 35K for literally the last uh, literally the last 2 months, or at least this time range, at least another month or so for the time being. But like I said, hope you guys had a fantastic Monday. As Monday usually sucks for most people, I totally understand it, and I can totally get that. But what is Bitcoin doing right now? So let's start on the 4-hour time frame today. And as we know, we're kind of just oscillating in the symmetrical triangle. We thought we broke out yesterday. Didn't seem like we broke out, right? The volume wasn't really supporting the breakout. We actually came back down today, and we actually it was probably about 2 hours ago or so, we came back down and tested the bottom of the triangle and actually got a decent bounce off of it. Not a very convincing bounce, but we at least bounced off of it and didn't break to the downside on the first attempt. So that is definitely bullish news there. What are we doing as far as the oscillators go? Volume wasn't really that great on that dump, and also on the buyback wasn't great either. So volume still incredibly low there, not showing any type of breakout at the moment, obviously. No bullish divergence. I'm not seeing any bearish divergence. The RSI is not really telling us much. We're kind of right in the middle of a range, and we're going to go over on the daily chart in a second. Really, this daily chart where all the indicators that I mainly use, which are most people use these indicators, are all pointing to a big move soon, and are all pointing to not really knowing which way we're going to go. It's really a mystery right now, but we're going to go over that in a second. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, if we do break down from the symmetrical triangle, right, the first level I'd watch is about 32,300, where we have a couple different supports in the past, right? We have one support there. We got a second support there. So we do have some support at that level. If we do end up breaking that level, I'd obviously think that we come back down and test our green box support down here, which is kind of our, I guess you would say on the 4-hour time frame, kind of our, I wouldn't say last line in the sand. That's not necessarily correct. But as far as a close basis, I guess you could call it the last line in the sand. At 31,115, it kind of starts for me all the way down to about 30,100 approximately. So that's kind of the range I'm watching for if we do break down. Like I said, nothing on the 4 hours really telling us if we're going to pump back to the upside here. But not a great bounce, obviously. Let's check our Fibonacci's here. See if maybe we got anything on that. Let's take, let's see. Let's take, swing high to swing low. Yeah, you might be at your 0.618 Fibonacci on that original bounce there. You can see right here, you actually, hold on one second. I messed that up there. Let me go to the high. There we go. Yeah, so you actually went at the 0.618 Fibonacci there, but actually would be a nice bounce area for Bitcoin on here on the 4-hour time frame. If we can bounce there, also bounce off the bottom of the symmetrical triangle, perfect, but we'll have to wait and see what kind of goes on there. Switching on to the 1 hour, maybe this will give us some clues on what we're going to do here. I don't see any bullish divergence. I don't see any bearish divergence. We're kind of just in no man's land right now. That's kind of the name of the game, as we know, for the past couple weeks. You're really in no man's land. And to me, man, to me, a lot of the times you don't really know which direction Bitcoin's going to go, because a lot of times you look at some of these indicators and you'll be like, all right, so we bottomed out on the hourly RSI. Look in the past, usually that means that you're at a relative bottom, right? But at the same token, we'll have to wait and see what that does, right? I mean, if we just bottomed out, but we don't have bullish divergence. These other times, we actually had some bullish divergence, which helped push us up to the upside. This time, we don't have bullish divergence, so it might be a little bit different there. Now, if we look at, you know, we're at a pretty big resistance right now on the hourly, right? You got support there, you got resistance there, so this could be a rejection level if we come back down, we made some room on the hourly to hopefully push us back down at the moment, but let's be honest, guys. Let's be freaking honest. Do we really know where we're going to go? Who in the chat knows where we're going to go? Put your hand up like this. Who in the chat knows where we're going to go in the next 2 days? And I better not see any hands up, all right? I better see everyone just saying,
nope.
And not putting your hands up right now, okay? So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm watching for right now. I think if we don't get rejected there, maybe we come back up and test, 33,720 again, which I think kind of correlates with our top of our triangle. Yeah, it could result at the top of the triangle depending on how long it takes us to retest the top, if we do retest the top, right? So that's really the full hour, guys. Not going to spend too much time on this. Not going to spend too much time on this because we're just waiting for a breakout at this point. The one thing I did want to note is the triangle, end of this triangle is actually the apex of this triangle. Yes, I call the apex the side. I know it's just the up technically, but I call it the side. The apex of the triangle happens to be right at midnight on July 17th, right? And we all know what's happening on July 18th. We have the GBDC grayscale trust unlock of Bitcoin. No one knows if that's going to be a big stinker or a big helper to the upside. I've seen both sides. People think it's going to be bullish. People think it's going to have no effect. People think it's going to be bearish. I've seen every single opinion in the book. I don't think it's going to have an effect. But I did want to note that the apex of this triangle happens to be right on that date, which I think could be a coincidence, might not be a coincidence, but we'll look at a couple other things that might show that it might not actually be a coincidence. And this is what the whales, right? Let me throw a whale up here. This is what the whales might be trying to paint on the chart, for that date. Hopefully they dump. Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, on the daily time frame, while everyone say hi to the whale there. Everyone say hi. If you guys can beg him to maybe pump it, that would be great. Daily time frame. Well, it looks like that we're about to get a bearish engulfing candle on the daily time frame, which is bearish. We actually didn't even make it up to come up and retest the top of this falling channel. And we actually might be getting a bearish engulfing candle on the daily, which is definitely no bueno in my opinion. You don't want to see that. You can see this green candle here is being engulfed by our new red daily candle, which is a bearish engulfing candle for anyone that didn't know, right? And that could effectively, like we've talked about, when we break this middle box, we usually come back down to at least retest our bigger box down here on the bottom, right? Our bigger support box, at least down about 31,521, right? Not saying I think we're gonna dump. I don't know, right? The whales could change what they want to do at any second, but that's one thing I did want to look at. Now, the other thing I did want to look at here is, obviously, yesterday we were like, all right, we're breaking the daily RSI resistance. It's been keeping us down for freaking ever, right? It's really been keeping us down since the beginning of the year, right? January 9th, technically, at this peak. We were pumped. We were like, all right, we're finally breaking this. Well, we didn't end the day that great yesterday. So, I mean, we ended up closing below it on the RSI. You can see, right, if you actually take your support coming up and your resistance coming down, you have an apex of the RSI also meeting at a relative point too. This one, right, actually the apex July 20th, but really where you have room is right near July 18th, right, which also, once again, correlates with July 18th, the GBDC unlock. So that's something I am looking at there, maybe for a potential breakout as well. There's more, but this is just one of the signs that could be pointing to another, unfortunately, maybe another week of sideways before we get a move. But who knows? Who knows, right? That's just another thing I'm watching for. Obviously, the volume is continuing to drop here, but that's something we're going to go on over with our next chart here on the daily. We have a bunch here. So first thing I want to note is on the price action. Obviously, we have our Bollinger Bands on the daily getting extremely tight. You guys know, you guys love when I say tight, right? We're getting extremely tight on these Bollinger Bands. And that's only one of the things, right? You can see the volume we've talked about the volume before. The volume's the lowest it's been this consistently since really the middle of last year, right? Really towards the end of the summer of last year, which is insane. So that's 2, right? We obviously talked about our RSI, right? The support resistance meeting up in about a week. That's 3. You can see the MACD is totally has no idea what it wants to do here. You can see it keeps wanting to flip bearish, back to bullish, flip bearish. MACD has no idea what it wants to do. So the MACD is also confused. And you also have the stock RSI right in the middle of the damn range, right? Where we've seen in the past, we've seen a reversal midway, and we've also seen us dump down to the bottom. So my whole point of this, guys, is we are going to see a big move soon, but the indicators don't know which way they really want to go. So, man, it's once we start getting some indicators that may be telling us which way we're going to go, maybe we can look at that. But, dude, we're going to see a move probably within the next week or so. I'm hoping, right? I'm hoping. And I hope all you guys are too, right? That's what she said. What's up, Jazz? Hope you are panic selling your crypto. Yeah, we are. I think people aren't panic selling their crypto because they probably aren't even looking at their portfolios, right? They're probably looking at stocks at this point. For all the stock people in here, right now is actually not a bad time to look at stocks because, like, dude, you're making serious gains in stocks right now, where crypto has been being born. Hopefully that flips kind of soon. Usually we see crypto kind of follow the stock market, but we're really not right now. At least right now, which I think is another reason why I think we're getting pushed down. We're being kept down, and I think we're going to see another move soon too, because the S&P 500 stocks in general are really popping off right now. Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. What are we looking at? Well, we know yet last week we closed back above our 50-week exponential like we do every week. So I'm going to state it again, right? Right now, once again, we start the week below the 50-week exponential. But like I say every week, it's more than likely that we close above this. As long as we break that symmetrical triangle, or we stay in that symmetrical triangle or break it to the upside, obviously I see us staying above that. Even if we break it to the downside, let's say we break it to the downside today. Let's say we break it to the downside tomorrow. I could see a scenario where we get a quick dump down to maybe 30,000 and then we pump back up again, just staying in our boring range. I could definitely see that by the end of the week, right? Maybe we break down tomorrow, we come back up and we close above 34,000 once again by the end of the week, right? That seems to kind of be the par of the course for Bitcoin throughout the weeks lately. So that's one thing that I wanted to mention on the weekly time frame, but not much really different as far as the weekly. Obviously, we have all our support levels below us in case we dump, all our big support levels nonetheless, but that's really what I'm watching for. RSI continues to really go down very, very slowly on the weekly here. It's barely moving right now, but it's slowly going back down, which is good. At least, if we do dump, like I said, we don't have too much lower to go based on where our weekly RSI is, as always. All right, so that's really Bitcoin, guys. I'm not going to spend too much time blabbing about Bitcoin because we are really just in the same thing we are yesterday, just on the opposite side of the triangle. Yesterday, we were right here, right? And today, we're right here, right? That's really all that's changed, to be completely honest. I tried all day today to find some crazy chart that we haven't talked about yet, but unfortunately, I couldn't find anything. Maybe we'll look at my fractal in a little bit, right? All right, let's check out ETH. I saw some crazy thing on ETH earlier today on one of the exchanges. It was a complete glitch. It, like, glitched down to like 1900 and pumped to like 2200 or something. It was weird. Anyways,
this is
switch
my
to Ethereum.
wife Ethereum.
My wife Ethereum. Jordan, damn it, let's get some hopium. I only got so much hopium, man. I don't want to. I want to be more of a realist. I don't want to be, I don't want to breathe hopium, right? And I don't really have that much hopium. I don't really have that much hopium right now for ETH either. It's my wife, and I still don't have hopium. But you guys know I'm a long-term bull, right? But with the charts, short-term charts are telling me bearish stuff, and they tell me bearish stuff. But there's a couple different things for ETH here that I wanted to note. First thing is the possible head and shoulders pattern, right? It's not perfect, right? We obviously got the double head action going on, double shoulder. We got maybe we need some surgery on Ethereum here, but could have the possible head and shoulders pattern that is forming here on Ethereum on the 4-hour time frame. One thing I did want to note, at least if we do break down from this, is our 4-hour RSI is already pretty low, right? So even if we did dump, I don't think it's going to be some massive dump necessarily, right? So keep that in mind. But I was looking to try to see if maybe you have some bullish divergence. I don't think you do. And if you do, it's very, very slight. I can zoom in here, maybe try to see if you do. I mean, you have lower lows, and yeah, you kind of settled up at the same spot on the RSI. So you technically don't have bullish divergence at the moment. So that's really it, guys. I mean, Ethereum's now flipped. It's 4-hour EMA, previous support, now flipped it as resistance twice. If you can get back above that, perfect. Currently sitting at 2116 right now, but you know, Ethereum, I could see the scenario where you break down here for Ethereum. You know, maybe bounce. It depends on where you kind of bottom out in the RSI here, but I could see a breakdown for Ethereum. I don't think you go down to 1710, even though it's kind of your next big support. Maybe a breakdown to like 1855, test this support right here, and then we kind of get a bounce and see what happens if when we come back up and retest 2000. If we can break that again, perfect. If we can't, then maybe we come back down and test 1700. That's kind of the scenario I probably see playing out based on kind of where we are on our RSI indicator there. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with ETH, but on the 4-hour, looking a little droopy. Definitely looking a little droopy right now. And I don't like calling my wife droopy. She gets mad at me. She's not. She's not here right now, so she can't hear anything I'm saying. So keep that in mind, everyone. She's not here right now. She actually went grocery shopping, so that's why I can kind of get away with talking about Bitcoin a little bit and talk about how bad she's looking right now. You know. Anyways, you can see we're getting stuck. We're actually retesting our 200-day moving average right now. So this could be another reason maybe that, you know, even though the 4-hour chart looks bearish, maybe we pump, right? Maybe we bounce here because we are inherently.
Glad you liked that video I sent you on Twitter, LMAO.
Oh yeah, that was freaking awesome, Rob. Appreciate it, dude. That was literally one of the funniest videos I have ever watched in my life. I used to play Pokemon games all the time. If you guys haven't seen that Michael Saylor versus Yellen thing, like a Pokemon battle on the old Pokemon games, that was freaking hilarious, man. That was freaking hilarious. It's literally like Michael Saylor, like fight, and he used move buy Bitcoin. It was hilarious. It was hilarious, and it was just a lot of nostalgia in that video, personally. All right, so what is Ethereum doing? Well, we held our, I think that's your 21 exponential or 20 exponential as support, flipped it as resistance. We're coming back down to test our 200-day. Can we hold our 200-day moving average? You guys know that's, in my opinion, that is the most important longer-term moving average, and we are right at it right now. So if we can hold that, bounce off that, perfect. I think that's beautiful. I think that's absolutely beautiful. And then you might be kind of forming some type of W reversal pattern if you can bounce back up to the upside there. Now, if you break the 200-day moving average, I mean, we did it before. We got back above it, but I still don't like breaking that moving average. And I think on the longer-term time frames, just looking at the daily, you don't really have any support until 1700. So I could see a move down there, just like we talked about in the 4-hour time frame. But like we said, our 4-hour RSI is a little bit on the low side already. So we probably don't go straight down there. It's not going to be like, you know, the video where the guy's like, dump it, and it just dumps straight down to 1700. I don't see that, but definitely is something to watch out for ETH. All right. Do you accept Upcoin? I would like to tip using Upcoin. I do not accept Upcoin. I don't accept crypto tips for the sole reason of I can't imagine how annoying that would be for tax reasons to do every single one. I don't think I could be able to do that. That would be insane. That would be insane. No panic zone. We'll see. But that's really Ethereum, guys. We got to hold that 200-day moving average. We got to hold that, 4-hour kind of our little 4-hour head and shoulders pattern. We'll see. We'll see. Charts do look bearish right now for ETH, but like we said the other day, like Bitcoin was looking bearish the other day, and out of nowhere we got a nice little pump. So, you can get those pumps out of nowhere, especially in times like this. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. we're right at support for Bitcoin. So like I said, if Bitcoin holds this support and then retests up here, it kind of nullifies everything we just talked about with Ethereum, right? So think about it that way, if you want to spin it in a positive way.
Jordan, my man, told you about million, when it was $19, then at $35. It's currently trading at $47. Looks like we need to get a new crystal balls.
Yeah, yeah, Jimmy. Spicy Raj. Yeah, there was a glitch on Ethereum today where it dumped like 100, $200 and then pumped like 300, like in a span of like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? All right. Bitcoin trying to bounce right now. We'll see if it does. Let's go hop on over to Cardano. I don't think there's too much to really comment on Cardano with, to be honest. I think Cardano and ETH are following each other to an absolute T right now. Let me just get rid of this EMA at the moment. You can see a little better, but like, look at this. Like, it looks exactly the same. You got your double left shoulder, right? Your quadruple head, and you got your right shoulder, right? So classic head and shoulders top formation there. Looking droopy, right? Gives the general formation of droopy. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Can you accept SHIB for tipping? No, because I made it a point that I only want to hold one SHIB, right? In one day. One day, I hope for the shippers, and that's only the support I can do for the shippers. One day, I hope I can buy a candy bar with that one SHIB. Right now, I can't, but maybe one day it'll be worth $1.
Will you
Right,
accept
Rodney?
Shiba for tipping?
One day, I hope to buy one candy bar, one SHIB. Right now, but we are very, very far and away from being able to do that. Candy bar. But yeah, I mean, Ada, you're bouncing right now, so you might nullify this head and shoulders. If you can get break back above this level right here, I think you're going to nullify that head and shoulders. But until you do that, you know, we'll have to wait and see, right? We'll have to wait and see. But it's kind of the same scenario as ETH, right? We break that to the downside. I mean, technically, your measure move to the downside would be, I don't even think you hit this just because we know Cardano's a rock, right? Technically, your downside target would be like $1.10, but I guess does make sense. You do have does make sense. You get it? Does make sense. Come on, give me some. Would put you actually pretty close to your previous local low right here. We closed up on June 22nd. That makes a lot of sense. Come on, you cannot have a better dad joke than that. But I think you do get some support at like 120 if you do break to this downside. But you're trying to bounce right now, so let's see what happens for Cardano on the 4-hour time frame. Daily, let's look at let's zoom out a little bit on the daily. Let's bring back up our 20 EMA. Yeah, so you flipped it as resistance again. Like, we were looking so good the other day when we got back above this, right? It was keeping us down like a freaking scarecrow on trying to keep like a scarecrow trying to keep all the crows away from the corn, right? We broke back above it, confirmed it as support. Now we broke down below it and confirmed it as resistance. So, I mean, it's typical bearish structure there. Obviously, we know we have the head and shoulders on the 4-hour. But as we know, like, Cardano's a freaking rock, man. Like, it does not drop below. And every time it does drop below, like, 110, it gets bought up like cotton candy at an arcade or at a local arcade, right? The more, you know, chain ones are a little bit better. We're having multiple, you know, cotton candy stands so they don't run out. But the local fair only has one cotton candy stand. So it's kind of like Cardano, right? All Cardano's freaking staked. So it's not gonna, in my opinion, I don't see Cardano going below $1, even if we do drop more. But yeah, I mean, Cardano just has so much price action looking left. It's hard to really pinpoint what's coming next. Just because you have so much support and resistance looking left, it's insane. Because you've been in this range since like February. For the most part, you've been going sideways. Let's bring up our moving averages. Maybe that can help us out. You have your 200-day moving average. You did bounce off once. That's currently at 110, right? So that kind of makes some sense. Like, if you were to drop, we just talked about the measure move of the head and shoulders at 110. That's also exactly where your 200-day moving average is. So maybe that's the level you drop down to. If you do, I'm sure a lot of the Cardanoers will scoop up 110 Cardano. I will, because I don't see Cardano going below $1, so I still think $1.10 is incredible value there. So yeah, that's where I see Cardano going if we do drop. If we can get back above the 21-week exponential, which is a teal moving average here, I think then we can maybe look at some higher price action there. So that is Cardano. Cardano. You got me geeking with these analogies. Thank you. Thank you. I was trying to come up with something with the scarecrow, and it just completely slipped my mind there. Completely slipped my mind, dude.
Does chop plus low volume typically lead to breakdown?
Does chop plus low volume typically lead to breakdowns? Yeah, it can lead to break up or breakdowns, man. Now, what we know about symmetrical triangles is they usually, usually the trend is your friend. When you're coming from the upside, they usually break more often than not to the upside. When they come from the downside, more often than not, you break from the downside. Unfortunately, right now, technically speaking, we did come from the downside, so it does have a higher probability of breaking to the downside. That's kind of what you would look at for a symmetrical triangle, but the difference isn't too big. Not sure what the exact percentages are, but I do know it's a higher percentage breaking to the downside. But low volume, right? Symmetrical triangle. You don't really know which way you're going to go. It's Bitcoin, right? It all depends on what the whales and what the big market movers decide they want to do. They want to pump us. Well, they'll get the pump out of the garage and they'll start pumping, right? If they want to dump us, they'll leave the room and they'll go to the bathroom, right? It's whatever they decide to do at this point. We've been waiting. We've been waiting for a while. All right. So that's really Cardano and ETH. Really Cardano and ETH. We got 32 minutes until the daily close, everyone. 32 minutes. Let's go on over to some of our macro time frame stuff. There's a few things I want to go over today. Obviously, the total market cap. It's looking fine. We're just going sideways right now, but obviously we want to get back above that 200-day moving average. Our previous support flipped into new resistance. So as long as we stay above, I'm at like 1.3 trillion or so, I think we're fine, right? If we break 1.3 trillion, I think you could see a quick move down to 1.1, which is a decently significant move for the total of crypto, right? About a 15% move for all crypto to the downside if we do break 1.31. But that's kind of what we're waiting on right now for the total market cap, and we've kind of been going the same position since really the end of June, right? It's been about 3 weeks now of sideways on the total market cap. So that's really that, guys. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Do we have a similar downtrend on the total? Not really. This one's a little bit wacky. It's not as perfect as Bitcoin was, but that's something we have to wait for, right? Obviously, we want to get back above that 200-day moving average. Fear and greed, always my true classic tease. Let me refresh, see if it's still the true classic tease. Oh, 25. Look at that. Oh, we got Mac Weldon today. No, but 25 on the fear and greed index. So we actually went up a little bit, right? We've been stuck at a 20 for 3 days. I guess the sentiment is a little bit better today. Obviously, that's lagging since we dumped today. That's probably going to be back down to 20 tomorrow. Or you should say in the next 30 minutes, I could see this being back at 20. Bitcoin dominance, is a nothing burger today. Literally did not move at all. Look at this huge indecision on the Bitcoin dominance for the indecision candle there. So not really too much to comment on this either. I mean, like I said, for anyone that's new, kind of oscillating this sort of symmetrical triangle on the Bitcoin dominance. You could also draw this as maybe some sort of falling or rising wedge, which is typically bearish, right? So if it was a bearish pattern, obviously you break to the downside. You're probably looking for a move up down to 40 bucks too, or 40%, sorry. But it's a wait and see game. It's a wait and see game. So we'll see. We break this support. I'm really watching the support on the Bitcoin dominance. We break this, I could see a big move for altcoins, which would probably be bullish for crypto. If we did break the support and altcoins started to rally, usually probably means that the crypto market is doing well in general. So it's probably what we want to see, honestly, is the Bitcoin dominance go down here. We don't like it when the Bitcoin dominance goes up. That generally means that crypto's struggling at the moment. DXY, kind of a nothing day today, right? You had a big wick to the upside and you came back down. So not too much on this. Like I said, as long as we stay below this trend line and we keep making lower highs, right? If we come back down, make a lower high, perfect, but you know, as long as we stay below this trend line and continue this sort of downtrend on the DXY, I think that's good for crypto. And obviously the stock market obviously did really well again, right? All-time highs again for the S&P. So it's absolutely insane. And the one thing we can look at the S&P is I was actually interested in looking at earlier, and I didn't. Yeah, you can see right there, right? So Friday, I think it was. Yeah, Friday, we actually closed up. Look what we closed up. We closed white from our previous local high to our local bottom. We closed up right at the 0.618 Fibonacci level.
We need to flip 1,000 like resistance into support.
We need to flip 1,000 like resistance into support. It's actually our support. We actually broke 1,000 yesterday. And we will again today. I'm going to bust out the Instagram meme coming out in a second. But yeah, we did break the 1.618 on the S&P. So this should be good for crypto in general, right? We want to see stocks do well for the macro. So yeah, we broke that. And next target for this is, you know, 4,576 based on the 2.618 fib. So yeah, looking good. Looking good on the S&P. Looking quite tasty. Please check out XRP Buddy. Look like found support. Yeah.
Please check out XRP Buddy. Look like found support.
Yeah, we do that. So overall, I mean, the macro stuff looks good for crypto, right? Bitcoin dominance dropping a little bit, really a nothing burger. DXY kind of just chilling, and the stocks are pumping. So overall, I think the macro looks pretty good for a recovery. We just got to wait for it, right? We just got to wait for it. We know it's coming soon. Let's go into some of the news. There's been no news lately, guys. Like, it's insane. I've been doing a lot of research on certain projects, and I hope to bring more fundamental stuff to the streams because I've been really doing a lot of research on multiple different projects. So I'm going to be starting doing that soon, right? Soon. So I can get more into that type of stuff, especially in times like this. I think it's important to do that. But all I really had today was, was this. I thought it was kind of funny. The Ukrainian police seized 3,800, right? For all you gamers out there, 3,800 PS4 consoles used for illegal crypto mining. That's a lot of friggin' PS4 consoles to confiscate. But yeah, I mean, I guess they were having some illegal crypto mining farm in Ukraine, and they were using 5,000 computer equipments, including 3,800 PlayStation 4s, which is absolutely insane. So they were ripping people off like 186,000 and 259,000 for electricity a month, which is insane. But yeah, I thought this was interesting. It's probably going to lead to more FUD. Crypto is used for illegal things. You know what I mean? All this type of stuff. So it's probably going to lead to some type of FUD. Who knows? But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. But other than that, I didn't really see anything to talk about. Obviously, we know Grayscale. We know China. That's been talked about to death. So not going to spend too much time on that type of stuff, guys. But yeah, that's really it. That's really it, dude. Devoid of both TA and news today, really. Yeah, I mean, there's not much news out there. There's not much to look at with TA. Kind of just stuck in a range. Fundamentals, I mean, you can look at specific coin fundamentals, and that's what I'm doing a lot of research on, so I can start bringing that more to the streams too. PS4 is clearly fueling mafia, I guess. Yes. PS4 must be the most inefficient way to mine. Who in their right mind would do that? Apparently, someone who wanted to use, 3,800 PS4s. I mean, that sounds absolutely as nuts to me as it does to you guys. But hey, if that's what they wanted to do, that's what they wanted to do. That's the most bootleg mining operation I've ever seen. But go for it. Go for it. All right. So I knew you said a void of TA. I mean, there's nothing really to talk about, man. We've talked about pretty much everything under the sun for the past 2 months. Really, I mean, really since about June 19th. I mean, we're looking at the same levels. There's not the indicators aren't really telling you much. We looked at it on the daily, dude. Like every indicator is either super tight, right? Bollinger Bands, volume extremely low, which means extremely low volatility. RSI right in the middle of a range, right? Right in the middle of a range, looking to break out. MACD telling us nothing, literally just going sideways since the end of June. Stock RSI right in the middle of a range. Dude, you could bring up every indicator in the book, but if the main ones, aren't telling you much, it's one of those things, dude. I mean, you can look at support and resistance levels, but until we get the breakout, I don't know. We have all our support and resistance levels all set up, ready for the breakout, but there's not much there. There's not much there, to be honest with you. There's just not much there, dude. It is what it is. Exactly, Travis. It is what it is. But yeah, if anything, that's telling us that a move is coming soon. We just don't know which way we're going to go. That's all. The flatliners. Bree just said your beard is an indicator. If you shave your beard, then sell. I'm not shaving it. If any guys knew what I looked at, knew what I looked like before I grew the beard. Actually, I still was pretty cute. It was a different kind of cute though. Now I'm what's the word? I don't know. Fashue. Back then I had the baby face. Guess I still got the baby face. Hex chart. All right, let's go to some of the super chats before I get carried away. It's too early to get carried away.
Hex chart, please. Cool.
Super chats. I need to add a thing for super chats. Noob should have used PS5s. Pretty much, man. Pretty much. Freaking no coiners. But all right. Where were we? Let's go to Robert. He said, "Glad you liked the video I sent you on Twitter." Yeah, I mean that like I said, that was one of the best videos I've ever watched. You look tougher. Yeah, it is what it is. Looking good, boss. Thank you, Ecoms. Appreciate it. David said, "Jordan, my man, told you about MM, and it was $19. Now it's $35. It's currently trading at 47. Looks like we need to get a new crystal bulls." Robert, I got to give you the crystal ball, man. I need to give you the crystal ball. MM million. 19 to 35 to 47. Glad you're killing it, dude. I'll give you a sub shout out.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
But unfortunately, I don't think we've got the charts here. So, fortunately we can't join in the celebration with you, but at least I can give you strap up, we're going to the moon, since we can't really do it that much anymore. As we're stuck in no man's land. We're like stuck in the Colorado desert right now. Rodney, will you accept Shiba? Nothing. No coins. For annoying reasons. But thank you, Rodney. That's super grateful for that, dude. Robert, does chop plus low volume typically lead to breakdown? All right, we already answered that one, but thank you, Robert. We need to flip 1,000 like resistance into support. We do. Where are we at right now? Should I bring out the Instagram meme? We're at 328 likes. It's a slower stream today, right? Because Bitcoin's really not doing much. But nonetheless, right? I think we should at least be at 500 likes right now. I'm going to bust it out, all right? For all you guys in here, right? And this is for the ladies too, but mostly for the guys. You guys will go to bed tonight after the stream, right? You guys will enjoy my stream. Woohoo, Jordan's awesome. All right. You guys are going to go to bed. You guys are going to flip through Instagram. You guys are like between 30 and 40 girls on Instagram, right? So instead of liking between 30 and 40 girls, like between 29 and 39 and give me one of those likes, all right? Appreciate it. As always, all right? Who's the Bank of Canada scam guy? I don't know. Please check out XRP, buddy. Look like it found support. Probably found support for now. But let's check it out. XRP. What do we got going on? What do we got going on for XRP? Try to find support.
Can you talk about the GBTC unlock means?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the one thing I would note here for XRP, at least on the shorter term time frames, is you broke this kind of support and looks like you might retesting it. You want to break back above this, kind of confirm it back as support again. That's shorter term time frame stuff, and I just want to kind of note that, you know, before you might think that we're pumping back to the upside, we're going to the moon, right? But let's see what you kind of got. You don't really got much going on here for XRP. I mean, you got some downwards resistance, and you got support that kind of matches that. Yeah, you kind of do. You could call this a falling wedge. You could also draw it like this, falling channel. I think this makes a lot of sense too. Something like this. Got kind of a falling channel going on for XRP. So we'll see, right? If you can hold this support here where you kind of had support before, right here. Perfect, pump back to the upside. But we're just waiting for a breakout, like right for Bitcoin. We're waiting for a breakout. This is kind of XRP's pattern. Waiting for a breakout from Bitcoin's pattern to kind of confirm. Yeah, that's really it for XRP. Maybe you can get a bullish engulfing candle here on the 4-hour time frame. Doesn't look like you're gonna have a hard time getting back above this 4-hour EMA though. It's gonna give you some resistance. But if you can make a bullish engulfing candle here on the 4-hour, I think that's gonna be bullish too. But doesn't look like it's gonna happen. At least with 18 minutes to go. Doesn't quite look like it. But anything can really change in 18 minutes, right? It's crypto. It would definitely touch the mid 20Ks. Certainly a possibility. We talked about, right? Golden pockets between 25 and 27K for Bitcoin. Certainly a possibility. $33,128. Hex chart. All about the hex. We got a hexer in here. Man, never thought I'd see a hexer in the chat. Let's see. What do you guys think is the most hated coin in crypto? What do you guys think is the most in the chat? Let me know in the chat. What is the most hated coin in crypto? All right, and it doesn't just have to be a meme coin. I'm talking any coin. Okay. What's up, Rejay? Appreciate the stream, bro. Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. I'm here chilling every day. Even if the price is boring, I will be here. Because me being here when the time is boring,
appreciate the
it's going to make
bro.
it even more fun and even more enthusiastic when we start doing stuff again. Whether we start pumping, whether we start dumping, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. But I think we're going to start pumping, personally. I think we're going to go. Maybe not from this, maybe not, we'll see from this like generic triangle here, but I think over the course of the next, month or so, I do think we start moving up. Maybe not parabolically, but Litecoin, SafeMoon, XRP, Doge, Tron, BNB, Doge, XRP. XRP is very volatile. People either love XRP or hate XRP. ICP, definitely, that's up there.
Recommend checking out Hedera Hashgraph, HBAR, fundamentals if looking for project to research.
Tron.
Tech is impressive.
Yeah,
will
I
lead
agree
you
with
down a
the
rabbit
sentiment.
hole.
I could see XRP. I could see Tron. I could see.
Jordan, can you look
right
at
now?
XBC?
BTC says crypto newbie. I could see that too, without boring it's been. All right, let's look at Hex though. Someone want to check out Hex. I know a lot of people don't like Hex right now because of the freaking that guy that was on around the blockchain that everyone doesn't like. But nonetheless, Hex trying to hold this upward support pretty clearly on the 4-hour and the daily, really. Pretty beautiful support there. You want to hold that if you can. I mean, the chart of Hex, it's one of those things that, I mean, you're coming between support and resistance, just like Bitcoin is. So this has got to break out, but this one's July 14th most likely. Now could extend this to maybe up here. I'll maybe leave it like that to confirm the breakout, but this is probably going to break out by next couple days, right? Whether you draw it like this, whether you draw it like this, it's a matter of one day. So I'll keep it like this just to make it be a little more conservative. But watch for a breakout really here for X. Like, this is where you're waiting for. And it's going to move whichever way Bitcoin moves, most likely. That's just kind of the name of the game. You have no bullish divergence, no bearish divergence. So you're kind of just going in blind at the moment on the 4-hour. And the daily, you don't got nothing either. So you're just waiting for a breakout, dude. Really it. It's really it. But what's interesting about Hex is pretty close to its all-time highs. So like Hex, if you break out of this, you're right at your 0.618 Fibonacci, which is actually pretty funny. So you might get some resistance here, by the way. If you break out of this, obviously you got your all-time highs. Or you got your highs, not sure if it's your all-time highs, but you got your highs at 9.7 cents. You got 1.618 Fibonacci at 11.7. But those kind of depend on if Bitcoin breaks the upside or downside. But is this Hex all-time? It is, at least on this chart. I'm not sure if it actually is, but that's Hex, dude. All about Hex. Hex and Richard Hart. Can you talk about GBTC unlock means? So it's the GBTC grayscale share. So it's the shares of GBTC are unlocking. So they're free to, do what they want to do with it, right? So, like I said, we'll see. I mean, I've heard hype where it's going to say there's an unlock, and then people are going to go to buying spot Bitcoin instead of, staying in grayscale. They'll just go over and buy spot Bitcoin, maybe OTC. Once again, raising the floor of Bitcoin. I've seen stuff, I don't understand. If you guys watch George's stream, I'm kind of agree with him. I don't understand how the whole sentiment of it dumping the price, because it's the GBTC shares that are unlocking. It's not necessarily Bitcoin, unless Grayscale's selling off some of their Bitcoin to maybe cover that or something. I'm not really sure exactly how it works 100%, so don't quote me on that. But if it's just the Grayscale and GBTC that's unlocking, it shouldn't necessarily affect the Bitcoin price necessarily. Two completely different things. Two completely different things. Extra strong. Yeah, Grayscale doesn't sell any BTC though. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if because the GBTC is unlocking, they're gonna have to sell off some Bitcoin. I'm not sure really how it works. To be perfectly honest. I don't think anyone really knows like 100% how it works. So you hear people say bullish stuff, bearish stuff. You got so many freaking opinions on that, So it will. Appreciate the stream, Bo. Thank you, Brija, again. Tim said, Jordan, can you look at XDC? Yes, I can look at XDC. Tim, thank you for supporting the stream, my guy. As always, man. XDC, wow, look at that. Weekly looks really good. Look at that weekly chart in XDC. Perfect balance off the 21-week exponential. Oh, that is mighty juicy. That is mighty juicy on the weekly. Yeah, bullish divergence? No. Wow. Look at this, dude. This looks like a classic. Like you guys can already see what I'm about to draw here. Like when you guys look at this chart, all right, let's ask the chat. Sometimes I like to do this. If you guys look at this in the daily, what pattern do you see forming here? Like what pattern? We just need to get one more move that we could form what type of pattern? Who in the chat can guess? There's probably a lot of people. I mean, this one's pretty obvious. This is a pretty beautiful, pretty beautiful pattern that might be forming here. It's also, you're bouncing right off the 21-week exponential, or at least you're trying to, right? What pattern are you going to be forming here? Pull, cup and handle. Yeah, a lot of you guys are saying cup and handle, but there's another one. There's another one. Dumpage. Yeah, you could say cup and handle. You could say it's really either a cup and handle, or an inverse head and shoulders, right? You could say cup and handle. I get that. If you come up here, break this neckline, boom. But the other thing is, it could also be an inverse head and shoulders, right? You got your left shoulder, you got your head, and if you form out again, you got your right shoulder too. So this looks like a bullish structure here. Obviously, you got to hold this. You break this, if Bitcoin breaks down, that could totally nullify that. But I think it looks pretty good. I think as long as you hold, I'm looking at maybe about 7.3 cents. Even if you come back down here, test this level and hold, and then you bounce. I think that looks really good. The one thing to note here, actually, no, you don't. So you might have bearish divergence, but I don't. Yeah, you don't. So you don't. You actually have room to run up. So that's good. I was like, yeah, you have bearish divergence. No, you don't. So yeah, this looks good to me, dude. And if you look at this from a technical standpoint of what the breakout target would be, I'm not gonna say it's gonna hit this, like, because we know it's gonna follow BTC, but you know, if you were to break out, I mean, your target, you'd be looking at 21.1 cents, which let's see if it fits with your Fibonacci target. Let's take top to bottom. Not quite, right? Your 1.618 is a little bit below it, but 1.618 is actually right at like 20 cents psychological level. But yeah, XDC looks good, man. XDC looks good from a structure standpoint.
Can you please check out Fear Coin? I mortgaged my parents' home and loaded up around 50 cents today. Need to know whether they should be stressed. Thanks.
Gonna be a double bottom. Yeah, you think it's gonna be a double bottom? Could be. X is for the wankers. Bart Simpson pattern is tough to trade. Yeah, the Bart Simpson. Where were we? Robert said, recommend checking out H-Bar. Fundamentals, looking for a project to research. Yeah, actually, I didn't get there, H-Bar. I actually did research on, I actually pretty busy today. I did research on almost 20 projects today. I'm trying to get well-versed into more of the projects that I'm not well-versed in, so I can bring more knowledge onto the stream, not just so much charting knowledge, but just regular coin knowledge. So H-Bar is definitely one on the list. Definitely one of the next ones on the list. But thank you, Robert. Appreciate it. Tech is impressive. Will lead you down a rabbit hole. I don't want to end up going down a rabbit hole necessarily, but, you know, we do that. Can you check API 3? What is that? What is API 3? I don't know what that is, man. Like 391, so it's actually not a terribly ranked. It's been around for a while. It's been pretty much flatlined since it came out, even when like the market was bullish. I guess it went up a little bit, like a 4x. Smart contracts often struggle to access dependable data, but application programs have been touted as a solution to this problem. Decentralized versions of APIs to be built, managed, and monetized at scales. Okay. Interesting. I would have to look more into this one. I mean, but you can see the charts. I mean, overall, let's even see if this is on TradingView, but it's pretty much been going sideways for quite a while, man. API 3, Heather. Oh, there it is. Wow. I mean, you get a nice move right now, for sure, dude. What caused this move? All right. Sometimes it's nice to do some hindsight type of stuff to see, you know, what did I miss? Did I miss anything necessarily on this? Not enough data on the weekly there, but yeah, I think it was as simple as you breaking this resistance down here, and at least on a close, and boom, you popped right off after that. So sometimes it's as simple as that. I mean, that's kind of like what I'm seeing here. Maybe some type of inverse head and shoulders if you have a neckline, something like this. Definitely as well. So yeah, nice little pump there. Nice little pump there on ASI. If we take top to bottom, or bottom to top, I should say. Let's see if you... Now, you didn't quite hit your target yet. Target is upwards of 449, which does make some sense if you're looking at a top. You got some wicks right here at from May 25th as a kind of your next local high. So I guess that kind of makes some sense there. But not too shabby, man. Not too shabby. Nice little find there. For sure, dude. 4 hours a little bit overbought. You also have bearish divergence, so keep that in mind.
Did you check SIL today? Keep up the improvements. They make me chuckle even more than before.
Keep up the improvements. They make me chuckle even more than before. I didn't get the ZIL. I'm actually going alphabetical order. So ZIL is probably one of the last ones I do, unfortunately, because it's Z. I'm doing all the coins. At least I'm starting in the top 100. I'm doing alphabetical order, A to Z, because I want to get well versed with every single coin. That's my goal. But yeah, you can see here you have bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame, so that's kind of might have a little bit of a pullback here.
Crypto is a life-changing opportunity, and life-changing opportunities don't come along very often. That's why I'm bullish.
Wow, man, that is freaking crazy. Invisible water, by the way, guys. Doesn't YouTube take up to a 30% cutoff donations? Yes, unfortunately they do. Unfortunately they do. It just makes it a lot like it's not so much. Yeah, you guys are kind of right. What I might do is I actually never thought about it that way. YouTube does take 30%, so maybe I'll add a. I used to have a link in the description where you guys can click that and do it through there, and then YouTube doesn't take 30%. Maybe I'll add that back at some point. Even that though, it's like, dude, it's just insane because if you do that for an entire year and you have your damn taxes, that's going to be a lot of work. But I guess 30%. I mean, I guess that's worth it. I guess for sure. Mark said, "Can you please check Fear token? I mortgaged my parents' home and loaded up around 50 cents today. Need to know whether they should be stressed." They should probably be stressed already without even be looking at it, dude. I'm telling you right now, they should probably be stressed. And they should be probably kicking you out of their house. You already mortgaged it, so I guess they don't have a house anymore. But that's a good point. Fear token. So you FOMO'd into this today. You FOMO'd. The keyword, man, the keyword I have to tell you.
I'm gonna buy the top and I'm gonna sell the bottom, guys.
You know? That's the keyword I have to tell you. Right?
I'm gonna buy the top and I'm gonna sell the bottom, guys.
So you basically, I guess you didn't technically FOMO in today, but I mean, just based off today's candle, I mean, you bought somewhere in this candle, so it was kind of a FOMO.
Alphabetical order, bahahaha. I hope you're gonna skip Sheeb before you get to ZIL at least.
You literally keep wicking up here, and you keep getting rejected every time, right? Like I say, this time might be different, right? Every time might be different, but why is this pumping, right? I would have to figure out why is this pumping. That's the question. You got this is probably your big swing level, right? Previous support flipped into resistance, and then you're kind of just wicked up to it again. You break 64 cents, I think you have a pretty clear shot, at least on the daily, to move up to like 127. You should really have no resistance. But if you get rejected there, I mean, and Bitcoin drops, your parents should probably be a little stressed right now. Look at that graph. All right, where Bitcoin's still sitting at 33,150, right? Just like I said in the beginning of the stream, we're gonna watch paint dry tonight, guys. Get the most entertaining paint drying stream there is. Seriously. ZIL. I didn't check ZIL today, but ZIL's definitely on the list. I'm getting there. Dump it. McLevels. McLevels is the meme of the chat today. Why even invest 1,000 if you have no understanding what you're doing? It's actually kind of true. It's actually not a meme. McLevels, I actually agree with you, my man.
It's the
always
daily
understand what you're doing
close.
before you invest, right?
I repeat, it's the daily close.
It's the daily close. Let's see what Bitcoin does in the daily close. If we check our daily, right? Obviously, bearish engulfing candle on the daily, not great. We're not going to spend too much time on this so we don't get all sad, right? But bearish engulfing on the daily, not great. Volume, once again, extremely low. You could say that's great because we might see a big move soon. I don't know. But let's see what Bitcoin does in this new daily open, guys. It's the daily close. It's the daily close. I need some music for the daily close. Dumpage. Doesn't this whole pattern make sense? 64K just looked like a huge bear flag. Whole pattern since 64K like a huge bear flag. I don't really see the sentiment of a huge bear flag. To be completely honest with you, man. Unless you're talking about, you know, coming from over here. I saw like something today. Someone was talking, I forget what it was. Someone was talking about some like wedge or something. I thought it didn't look good, so I was like, this is kind of dumb. But I mean, someone had like some wedge, like it was definitely some hopium stuff. Like it, someone was like, I forget who it was, but someone had like this line coming from over here, and then like this line cutting through price action, like this, trying to like make some wedge. And I'm like, dude, you can't just cut through. I mean, no, we did it right here, but it's a parallel channel. It's a little bit different. This doesn't even make sense, right? But I was like, wait, what the heck's going on right now? I'm watching someone's stream. 33,020. Let's see what's going on. What are my favorite projects that you're not in? There's a lot of them. There's a lot of favorite projects that I'm not in. There's a lot of them. Damn. Let me think. It's a good question. Let me finish up the super chats, and I'll go over that on CoinMarketCap a little bit. But there's a lot, dude. There's a lot of the DeFi projects. I'm a big DeFi guy. Well, we'll go through some of those. Crypto is a life-changing opportunity. This is from Alora, and life-changing opportunities don't come along very often. That's why I'm bullish. Very true. All you have to do to look at Bitcoin is a life-changing opportunity. It's not just Bitcoin, it's crypto in general. Just look at the Bitcoin chart since this is 2011, but even since 2010. Just look at the Bitcoin chart. $2 to $65,000. Even just want to look from last year, $3,000 to $65,000. And that's just Bitcoin. That doesn't even include altcoins, which had even more exponential gains. So, I mean, a lot of people don't understand what's actually going around them right now. You don't really see gains like this very often. You had like the internet bubble in like the beginning. I guess we can't really call it bubble. A lot of those companies are still around. But you know, yeah, the internet stuff and 20 years ago, right? Now you have crypto. And I think that's kind of the next leg up. Now, kind of like we saw with the internet stuff, I think only the best projects will remain at the end. But I don't think we're even close to that. I think because we need to get to that adoption stage yet, and I don't think we're close to that, personally. I think we're just getting to the beginning stages of that with a few countries, but we got a long way to go as far as adoption comes, right? Trevor said, alphabetical order. I hope you're going to skip SHIB before you get to ZIL at least. Yeah, I'm going to skip SHIB. I'm skipping SHIB.
Writing up an accounting memo for EY auditors is much more tolerable when listening to the stream in the background, lol.
Robert said, writing up an accounting memo for EY auditors is much more tolerable when listening to the stream in the background. Thank you, Robert. A lot of people have told me that some people that are in college, like listen to me while they're doing homework. People like watch, I don't know, people have told me like they watch me in a bunch of weird stuff. People watch me like in like a giant lobby with a bunch of their coworkers, like at like a meeting, and I'm like, it's kind of weird. But there's a lot of different
2 DeFi coins you should check out. Glass and Drip.
Thank you, Robert. All about the hex. 2 DeFi coins you should check out. Glass and Drip. Glass and Drip, huh? What's going on with Glass and Drip? Our Glass. A fair system of taxing each token transaction with a constant percentage. I'll have to look more into that. The other one's Drip. Dripping Finance. I'm not gonna look at this one. I mean, this one doesn't even have a rank. So if it starts popping off, I mean, obviously we'll look at it. But dump, let's buy. Dump. Bitcoin right at support again. Will we hold the support for Bitcoin, or will today be the day that we finally get price action on stream? Let's find out in the next episode of Michael Saylor versus Yellen. That was literally the best video I've ever watched. Like I was so satisfied after watching that video, and that video made me literally want to go play one of the OG Pokemon games on like the old Game Boy. I haven't played those games in so long. I said I tuned in during my workout. Nice, man. Nice, dude. I'm listening right now at work. It's probably a lot of those people too. What's up, Nola? Saints fan, huh? I'm a Pats fan. We're pretty neutral there. We don't really have any beef with each other. The only teams I have beef with each other as far as football goes is I'd say the Giants and the Jets. The two New York teams. And other than that, I mean, not really any beef with any teams. All right, let's go over some of our gainers and losers while we wait for Bitcoin to maybe do something. I don't know if we do something right now, but maybe is the key word. One of my favorite sections of the stream because we look at what's the biggest gainer of the day, and it's usually some Shiba coin. So let's see. We got, wow, what happened with Revan today? Giant dump and a giant pump. I don't know if this was a glitch, but what the heck happened there? What? Hold on. This, I don't know if this is a glitch. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. That's kind of weird, though. Revan apparently is up 13% in the day. OKB up 10. Everything else pretty much flat for the most part today. Total crypto market cap down about 3. Stacks, Flow, Decentraland, Qcoin, Nano, the biggest 5 losers of the day. But mostly everything's going to be down relatively, relatively the same. Let me go over some of our biggest gainers and losers. This is my favorite section. What? Was this thing on here yesterday? This thing's up 2,700% or 2,800%. Sour about those 2 Super Bowl losses. I am, Robert. I can't even lie. I am so sour about those 2 Super Bowl losses. And we both should have won, by the way. I give the credit to Eli. And
sour
defense,
about those 2 SB losses.
The wide receiver,
Go
both
big
the times
blue.
the wide receiver had those 2 stupid catches to win you guys the Super Bowls. We shouldn't have been in that position in the first place, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. What is this? No Doge. We have a Doge. Now we have a no Doge. This is like things like, are you Doge?
Nope.
Are you sure you're not Doge?
Nope.
I don't know what's going on here, but apparently there's a no Doge. But yeah, I mean, I didn't see anything else crazy. Actually, let me see the biggest losers of the day. What? Ball swap. Guys, if you want, you can swap your balls. You guys want to swap your balls? Here you go. We got ball swap. It's a bull. Why don't you just call it bull swap? Man. Got ball swap. Oh, it's my favorite section of the day. Especially in times like this. Like, you need a little bit of a laugh, dude. You need a little bit of a laugh. It's a friggin' bull. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel called No Jordan. No Doge. Like, dude, you got no Doge and you got ball swap. Like, the salty balls. Or the salty bulls. Oh, man, it's too funny. That was the best. The salty bulls. I know, I'm talking about the thing with the horns, man. In times like these, ball swap. Hey, it is one of the biggest losers, so I guess that kind of makes some sense. At least it's not one of the biggest gainers here. Um, dude, what are we doing right now? All right. That's really gainers losers, guys. Not a lot. Hot coins, that's not even a hot coin. Like it dumped and it pumped. It's at the same level. I think this is fake. Someone said it's fake in the chat. OKB was really the only other one that kind of did well today, and it looks like. I guess we can look at the chart for OKB. As far as hot coins, there's not a lot of hot coins, right? Hopefully this section can become a little better here. OKB. What's going on here on the let's go to the 4 hour on this one. Like a beautiful. Looks pretty beautiful. This might be some sharp P. I love me some sharp P. A nice possible cup and handle here. Obviously, it's a pretty big handle. It's like a little teacup. But yeah, you got the general sentiment, right? Boop, boop. And it's the perfect setup that I like. Got your cup. Come back down. Back test the 20 exponential. And you got back up to the top. Now you just got to break this upwards resistance line, right? But nice setup there. Nice little setup if that breaks. Big resistance, though. You've tested this line, this general range. Like this general range, you've tested multiple times. You just can't break it. So you really just need to break this range. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. You gotta break it, dude. If you break that, though, I mean, you don't have a lot of OKB. I don't know who was in OKB, but if you break that, I mean, there's not a lot of resistance all the way up until you start hitting some of these levels up here, right? I think 1227 could give you some resistance, right? Previous support. So could be a big move there if you break 20% move or so. But that's really it for hot coins, guys. That's the only thing that's hot today. Not a lot of hot. Jordan, would you box George for 1 Bitcoin? I'd box George for 0.1 Bitcoin, or even 0.01 Bitcoin. No, I wouldn't want to box George. Why would you box George? George just has that type of face where you couldn't box George. Come on. Mike's Gardner with the €1 super chat. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, my mans. All right. So Bitcoin long-term charts. I mean, we kind of already did our long-term charts, but I guess until we start making some moves, there's not really much to update on this. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but it's really the 0.5 fib. That's the level we're waiting for to see if we close back above this week. It's obviously Monday, right? We talked about really the same exact thing last Monday. We were in this pretty much the exact same position. We were down here. And I told you guys we're probably going to close above the 50-week, and we did. So I expect probably the same thing to happen now. Even if we dump from the symmetrical triangle to the downside, I probably expect us to close back above the 50-week, like we've done every week. We dump, close, dump, close, dump, close, dump, close, dump, close, dump, close, dump, hopefully close. So that's really what we're watching for, to be perfectly honest. If we do dump, right, for anyone that's new to the channel that wants my bearish perspective, if we do dump, I'm expecting a bounce off the 0.618, 0.65 area, right? 25 to 27K. And then if we do dump that low, I do expect a pretty quick recovery up. Sideways, we could obviously go sideways, continue to go sideways here, bouncing between our 21-week and our 50-week. Eventually, these are going to combine, though, and we're going to have to see a move, right? It's going to cause like a little symmetrical triangle. So eventually, we're going to have to move to the upside or downside if we go sideways. And then the upside, right? We just got to break the 21 exponential, which is at 39,923. That's really what it comes down to, right? Whether we break this moving average first or this moving average first. Right now, we've been riding the bottom one. Hopefully, we can hop on the horse or hop on the ball swap, apparently, and, break the top one. But the waiting game right now.
Cam or Mac Jones this year? Cam is trash,
Cam or
you
Max
know.
Jones? Cam or Mac Jones this year? Cam is trash. Cam sucks. Cam is absolutely god awful. I'm not telling you guys. He had as a Pats fan who watched every single snap last year of the Pats, he was the worst quarterback I have ever seen play in the NFL. And that's saying something. There's been some bad quarterbacks, right? To me, he looked worse than Tim Tebow out there. The only reason the Pats weren't god awful bad is because the rest of the roster, at least on defense, is pretty good, right? Defense kept us in some games, but dude, the dude can't throw past 10 yards. It's awful. It's completely awful. So Mac, so I want to see Mac start day one. They won't start Mac day one. They're going to start Cam Newton for all these 4 games. But I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Mike said, "Why isn't my messages showing?" I don't know, Mike. What's your message though? Let me know in the chat. I can answer it for you. Not sure why your messages aren't showing though, Mike. Maybe you're saying some inappropriate word. Not saying you are, but there could be a reason. Not sure. Not sure. Cam is absolutely trash. Did he even get double-digit passes? No. He was awful last year. Literally awful. Oh, Mike, my favorite coins that you're not invested in. I told you I was going to do that. Favorite coins that I'm not invested in. Aave, guys, I love DeFi coins. Aave is one. I'll just kind of go down the list and I can go down some of the projects that I like here. Obviously, you guys know I love Bitcoin, right? Number 1 holding. You guys know I love Ethereum. Close number 2 holding to Bitcoin. They're pretty close. 1A, 1B for me. Obviously, Cardano is number 3. Pretty much a 2A, 2B with Chainlink. I do hold those. And inside the top 10, I don't love, Uniswap's fine. Polkadot's fine. If you wanted to bet on Polkadot, obviously it's kind of competing against, maybe your Cardanos and your Ethereums, but I don't know. You could diversify into Polkadot if you want. Dogecoin, obviously, has high upside potential with the community. I think it's, can it get much higher than it did before? In the long run, yes. I don't see it bumping all the way up to number 3 in market cap again. You guys know I don't like the Bitcoin knockoffs, like Bitcoin Cash, right? It's basically just tries to be a more scalable Bitcoin, which I guess it is, but does that really matter in the long run? Not really. Same kind of thing with Litecoin. I know people love Litecoin. I don't see the use case for it. Everyone wants to call it the silver to Bitcoin's gold. I don't see that. Litecoin, just as far as the charts, didn't even break its all-time highs this year. So I think a lot of people can kind of agree with me there. I know a lot of people do love Litecoin, but nonetheless. Obviously, you guys know I love Chainlink. Obviously, Matic. Love me some Matic, obviously, right? Layer 2 helps Ethereum. So you guys know I love Ethereum, so I love Matic. Matic's one of the coins that I do want to invest in. I think I'd probably say Aave and Matic are probably my 2 coins that I do want to get in that I'm not in. Obviously, I love Theta. XLM, I don't love how it works with the banks and things like that. Litecoin is always the last move. Yeah. XLM, it's kind of similar to XRP. I don't like how they kind of work with the banks. It's more like centralized in a way. But if I had to choose between XRP and XLM, I'm probably going XRP. Even though XRP has the higher market cap, I'd probably go XRP there. ETH Classic, it's like Bitcoin Cash, man. I mean, I don't see the use for Ethereum Classic.
Jordan, do you think you'll finally quit McDonald's
pump, right?
after this bull run?
Sometimes these coins are going to pump just because they're on a certain exchange, and that's kind of what the new people coming to the space buy. It's probably why. That's probably the most likely the reason why Ethereum Classic pumped up so much towards the end of this year. We dumping hard right now? All right, let me hang out on Bitcoin for just a second. I'll go back over going through the coins that I like and don't like. But Jordan, do you think you'll finally quit McDonald's after this bull run? Dude.
Cam is the worst QP you ever saw? 2 words. Cade McNoon. This is why people think Pats fans are spoiled.
Jordan, do you think you finally quit McDonald's after this bull run? I do. Unfortunately, like you guys know, I'm trying to put more effort into researching coins and you know, but McDonald's takes up a lot of time. So what I've been doing, don't tell my boss. What I've been doing is, you guys know, I have my phone. You guys, I don't know if you guys worked at McDonald's before. You guys know those little drawers where they keep all like their pre-made burgers and pre-made lettuce. Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell you guys that. But yeah, I keep my phone in there, and every time I do a burger, right, take it out, boom, this is my phone right in there playing, and I can hear the videos through the drawer, so I don't necessarily have to see it. So it's great. But right now it works. But eventually, I'm kind of wanting to do some visual stuff. Creighton said Cam is the worst quarterback he ever saw. 2 words: Cade McNown. That is why people think Pats fans are spoiled. Dude, if you watched Cam last year, I'm telling you, bro, and it's not just about his stats. It's the stats and the eye test. The dude didn't even throw 10 touchdowns last year, and he started almost the entire year. He didn't even throw 10 touchdowns. Maybe another quarterback that started at least, I don't know how many games. He started at least 14 games, maybe 13, because he had the stupid thing going on. But name me another quarterback that started for the majority of the year and didn't throw 10 touchdown passes. And he can't throw past 10 yards. It was brutal, dude. It was absolutely brutal. You're sleeping on ETC with George? It's the reason why we don't like ETC, man. It's like I said, I do need to do more research on ETC, right? It's one of the next ones coming up for me. I need to do research on it. Maybe I'll change my mind. But right now, with the knowledge that I do have, the only reason I do think ETC was performing well because it was on Robinhood. Dogecoin got banned on Robinhood, or you couldn't buy coins on Robinhood. That's why Ethereum Classic pumped, because it was the next in line. Crypto was hot, right? So people just started buying Ethereum Classic because 1 year thought it was Ethereum, 2 because it was the cheapest coin on Robinhood. But y'all got Cam cheap from the Carolinas. Be happy. I'd rather have Tim Tebow for the minimum contract than what we had when we had Cam Newton for, personally. I get it. He's hardworking. He's a good leader. But, dude, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Do the research. Yeah, I'm gonna do my research on ETH Classic, right? I did my research on Shiba. It came out that I was right? I still think Shiba is kind of an S coin. I know people will argue with me about that, but still think it's an S coin.
Y'all got Cam cheap from the Carolinas. Be happy.
Sergio said Jordan steals Happy Meal toys and sells them for cash to buy crypto. I do. That's why I made 3 kids cry the other day, because I had to sell 3 toys for 30 cents each so I could buy 1 Cardano. It was actually a little bit less. It was like 0.6 Cardano, but it's worth it, right? Someday maybe that can make me $10. Who knows? Kyle Bowler. He was pretty bad. All right. So what should we do? Should we go back into Bitcoin's really not moving right now. How big of a super chat to quit your job?
How big of a super chat to quit your job? Seriously, what number?
Well, no, because for me to quit my job, I'd have to stop, you know, I'd have to press end stream right now, man. But I'd go, if someone gave me right now, it's got to be a lot, because I generally enjoy doing this, right? I'd got to be a lot of money for me to stop doing this. And I think I would still do it from here and there, even if someone gave me $1 billion, I would still, maybe I wouldn't do it every day, but I would still stream, you know, at least a couple times a week, because I generally enjoy doing this. I generally enjoy it. So it's probably no amount of money that would make me want to quit doing this. Now, McDonald's, I built a lot of good friends over there, but I think if someone gave me $100, I'd quit McDonald's. $100. That's funny. Thanks on the ground though. It's a good question, man. Where's the closest support level? Right here, dude. We're right on support. support level is the bottom of the symmetrical triangle we're in. See, we bounced off of it perfectly right before the stream, actually. Pumped up a little bit. Now I've come back down, wicked right to the bottom of support again, and held it again. So we'll see if we hold it, dude. We're getting to that apex. July 17th, right? 5 days until this officially closes. But we know this usually doesn't last right into the very end. But we also know Bitcoin's Bitcoin. So what will Bitcoin do? It'll do this. That's what Bitcoin will do. If it does normally what Bitcoin does, right? That triangle of hopium. It can look at it either way. It can be the triangle of hopium or the triangle of death. Whichever one you want, man. Dang, boss, that's cold. We run that McDonald's. I built a lot of good friends there. I built a lot of good friends at McDonald's, but, you know, for 100 Cardano, you got me, dude. You got me. Big Daddy BTC. You enjoy showing off your wife ETH too much? Man. I'd quit for 1 ETH. Willie said he quit his job for 1 ETH. You're the best with interacting with the audience. Yeah, I try. I try. It makes it, to be honest, like...
What's the real number?
It makes it easy to do it right now, especially when
lol.
there's nothing going on, to be honest. What's the real number? I was being serious.
I gave you 300 yesterday by mistake, but not chargebacking. Just wanted to let you know. When I was tipping $1, it was to let you know.
Oh, shit. Mike, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, dude. Oh, it was the one that was like 300 some I thought it was euro, but it was some other currency. Dude, if you want to charge back it, do it, dude. But if you don't, you don't. I mean, it is what it is, dude. The Bank of Canada.
Do we need BTC to hit 27K to continue on with life? I bought at 58K and have DCA to 35, but this hasn't been fun. Haven't sold anything.
No, that's super awesome, man. Super awesome. Thank you, Mike, for supporting the stream. Either way, dude. Thank you for supporting the stream and thank you for hanging out, man. Sorry, there was people going off in the background. So, we need Bitcoin to hit 27K to continue on with life. I bought at 58K and have DCA 235. I bought at 58K and have DCA to 35, but this hasn't been fun. Haven't sold anything. No one knows, man. No one knows. I'm not in the position to try to make my prediction. I've seen it either way. I've seen it either way. Like, dude, you can make the scenario for any way. I could see the scenario where, you know, the whales stop pushing us down, and all of a sudden we start pumping back up to the upside. Right? I can see that scenario. I could also see the scenario where we just go sideways here for 1 to 2 months. And I can also see the sentiment of us dumping a little bit lower, bouncing here. The only scenario that I can't see is us dropping below that and testing these low levels. I just think there's too much buy pressure, in my opinion, to get back above. Right? Or to go below 25K. I just don't see it. I just think Bitcoin gets bought up like freaking crazy. Like cotton candy at the local fair, I would say. You know? On the grind, say, what's the real number? 100? Oh, crap, dude. On the grind. That's crazy, man. On the grind, coming in with a $100 super chat. Thank you, dude. That's super generous of you, man. Guess I'm quitting McDubs, guys. Hold on. Let me get the hat out. Ready?
What's the real number?
Let me grab the hat and throw it to the side. There we go. All right, McDonald's hat is gone. I no more work at McDonald's.
Can you review Pundy X? We're looking strong.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
What's the highest you see it? That's awesome though, man. Can you review Pundy X? We're looking strong. I can look at Pundy X, and we'll get back into CoinMarketCap. I was having fun looking at some coins, dude. I was having fun looking at all the coins. Pundy X. I no longer work at McDonald's anymore, guys. So unfortunately, you know, the hat is gone. Give him a number, he will maybe give it. What's the real number? If you really want to go there, all right, give him a real number. Yeah. I don't want to do that, dude. I don't want to do that. They're gonna give me copyright because I'm humming that song. I just sound so legit, don't I? But Pundy, what are we doing for Pundy? Well, looks like we might have just double topped on Pundy, but you could, if you can bounce off that 50 or that, you know, who's a penny off, man. You're good to keep it. Oh yeah, he only did 99.99, so I guess I can still work at McDubs. That's pretty true. Burger King hiring across the street. That's true. All right, Pundy, what do you do? Well, you topped out here on July 8th, topped out again on July 13th. So you have a little bit of a double top action. Now, if this, 20 EMA comes up, right, you come back down, you test it, and you can round out. You might have a nice cup and handle. We just looked at a coin pretty recently that did the exact same thing. Already pumped. Right?
I knew. So I bought in on July 4th. Is this a good time to buy in?
Dang, there was some volume. Oh, I thought someone. Yeah, we're getting a little pumped there for BTC. We'll go back there in a second. But yeah, Pundy looks fine as long as you can bounce somewhere in this level, you round out perfect. I'd like to see you actually bounce from this previous high here and hold that. Right, I don't want to flip that back into resistance, but if you can hold that, round out, perfect. Got a nice cup and handle. And then if you want to look at some of the daily time frames, I mean, you look fine. And that trend line we have right now makes the most sense. It's kind of like your swing level. Previous support, right? Flipped into resistance, flipped into resistance, flipped into resistance. You just need to get back over that, confirm that as support. That's really all you're waiting for right now for Pundy. All right, Bitcoin trying to bounce here. Trying to bounce. 33,200 at the moment. July 18th, GBTC unlock. I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think the whales are doing their best. Leonardo da Vinci. I always say Leonardo DiCaprio. You guys used to make fun of me for that, but Leonardo da Vinci paint pattern here, right? Doing their best to paint their pattern here. Got the old dragon pattern. The dragon of Bitcoin. This is the head. This is the eyeball. This is the mouth. Either one way, we're going to come out of the mouth, up or down. Which way do we do it? It's the old dragon pattern. I know there actually is a pattern called a dragon. So, we'll see what happens. Tammy said, I'm new. I bought in on July 4th. Is this a good time to buy in? You bought in on July 4th. You said you're new. What's up, Tammy? You bought in July 4th. So I'm guessing you bought, up here at 35,000. That's fine, dude. That's literally fine. Or I should say gal. Sorry, I call everyone dude. Don't get offended. I would say man and dude more than any other word, I think. Even more than it is what it is. Or But yeah, you bought up here, that's fine. I think right now is not a bad time to buy in. You're buying support. Usually you would want to buy support. You don't want to buy resistance. This was buying resistance. This was buying support. So I think that's better than what you did on July 4th. Obviously, if you're going to buy now, be okay with it dropping lower, right? Always be okay with it dropping lower. And I recommend dollar cost averaging. Probably don't go all in right now. Maybe buy a little bit right now. You know, maybe put in a little bit every couple
Shout
days.
out to Jordan Cameron's
buys,
audience and the hashtag million token
if you're going to
army.
buy right now, the one thing I do always
Hashtag
tell
million
people
token. Come find
is,
us. Good luck to all. Happy crypto-ing. Peace. Peace symbol.
is don't go all in, okay? Don't go all in. Don't don't go all in. Don't what was I gonna say? Invest more than you can afford to lose. Spread out your buys, and always be okay if you're buying for the price to go lower than it currently is, right? 8-minute mile.
Are possibilities we drop out of the triangle?
What the heck? 8-minute mile with the 500. I don't know what that currency is. SAR super chat saying shout out to Jordan Cameron's audience in the million. Come find us. Good luck to all. Happy cryptoing. Peace. Thank you, 8-minute mile. Like, I'm not gonna complain. Like, thank you, dude. That's awesome. I'm not gonna sit up here and promote, you know, million token army. I'll keep your super chat up there, but you know, it's one of those things. But I guess thank you, man. If you're actually a regular viewer and you know, someone that enjoys the stream, thank you, man. Thank you, man. Million token. Our possibilities we drop out of the triangle. Our possibilities we drop out of the triangle. Yes, there's a possibility. There's actually a higher possibility that we break down than up. Why? Well, we're coming into the triangle from technically the downside, right? So came in the triangle downside, you have a higher chance of breaking to the downside. It's not a complete higher chance. I think the chance is pretty small. I don't know what the exact percentages are. I think they're like 55, 45. I don't know the exact percentages. Don't quote me on that, but you do have a higher percentage to break down. But does that really matter right now? No, right? The whales probably already have a plan. They're sitting in their meeting right now. They're like, we're going to wait exactly to July 18th for the GPT unlock. That's everyone's waiting for. And they already have a plan. They already know if they're going to pump or dump it right now. They're just waiting. They're waiting for everyone to panic. Hey, bro, who exactly is selling right now? Day traders, paper hands, banned Chinamen, all above. I'd probably say paper hands and banned Chinamen. That's what I'd probably say, Art. Probably a combination of those two people. Bro killing the stream with interrupting.
Hey bro, who exactly is selling right now? Day traders, paper hands, banned Chinamen? Haha, all the above?
This dude said banned Chinamen. Love my little Middle East brothers and sisters. Yes. Yes. Was that dude for real? I don't know. All right. Let's go into CoinMarket. Hey, hold on. No, we already did that. Dump it. Dump it. I don't know. Who knows we can dump. And we keep going back down. It's pretty 50-50, dude. Let's go back to this, though. What was I talking about before? I was on ETH Classic. Nothing wrong with the old ETH Classic. It'll go up if everything else goes up. But it's Ethereum Classic, right? Ethereum Classic. Like I said, I have to do more research before I really decide, I don't like it right now, but that could change if I look a little more deeper into it, right? Always keep that in mind. ICP, cool idea, right? This whole decentralized internet. I don't know how viable it actually is. And I saw something on it on something I said. I think you can't really be anonymous still. You have to sign in to like certain stuff of internet, so you're not really anonymous on it. So I don't know if people are actually going to adopt this, and it's probably a big reason why it's just been dumping. That, and it just started out in way too high of a market cap in general. I love VeChain. Filecoin. I like Filecoin. Nothing really wrong with Filecoin. Obviously, Filecoin had a major run up here for the most part. But another one that I kind of do more research on. I know it's kind of like a more so of a decentralized storage type play. And there's a lot of those now, though, to be honest. Tron is Tron, right? Tron's been around forever. Tron's like a very people either hate Tron or love Tron. Like Tron's kind of Tron, right? EOS. I don't really know much about EOS, to be honest. EOS. All right. Centralized apps. All right. I mean, it's EOS. Obviously, you guys know I love Aave. I love the DeFi projects. I love the lending and the borrowing and all that type of stuff. I think DeFi is going to be huge. So most of the DeFi projects are going to be big, in my opinion. Monero. Transactions to place privately and with nominee. All right, so it's kind of like Bitcoin, but they're trying to be a little more private, I guess. I don't know. There's probably people that know more about Monero than I do. Like I said, I haven't done full research on a lot of these coins. But obviously Luna I actually did some research on today. Luna was kind of confusing to me. I know it has to do with like the stable coins. And it helps keep the stable coins pegged to the dollar. But still a little confusing if you actually watch what goes on behind the scenes on Terra. But obviously you guys know how big stable coins have become, so Terra is actually a good project at the moment. Crow, I own Crow. Obviously you saw the huge advertisements with the UFC. I think that's why we actually saw a nice pump with Crow yesterday. I think Crow is going to be pretty good. They're obviously going all out on advertisement, so we'll see. Shiba. I don't really have anything to comment on Shiba, man. You guys know my thought on Shiba, right? Pancake swap. Big on pancake swap. You guys know what it is, right? Pancake swap. Swap coins on it. Some of these, like, I haven't really looked too far. Like FTX token, haven't looked too far into that. Cosmos. They connect block. I think they like. I don't remember. I think they like connect blockchains, and they try to prove scalability of the blockchain, something like that. Another one of those things you kind of got a deeper understand, I think. Algo. I know everyone loves Algo. Who is Algo Ape in here? Where's my boy Algo Ape? Obviously they're trying to be a little more scalable and like, you know, smart contracts, things like that. Algo. A lot of people like Algo. I used to own Algo. I traded it in. I don't own it anymore. I traded Algo for more Ethereum, and I love Ethereum. I love Ethereum. No, to be fair, I don't know a lot about most of these coins, guys. Like you guys know, I'm not a huge fundamentals guy. I'm trying my hardest to learn about a lot of these coins. I know a lot about most of like the top 20 coins, but I'm doing a lot of research on some of these other ones here because I want to start bringing some of that to the channel. I'm kind of testing some of my knowledge here as I go down. Bitcoin SV, just another knockoff Bitcoin, right? It's the same thing with Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, all this fun stuff. Bitcoin Gold's a little bit different, I think, necessarily. I like Engine. Engine's a cool one. Engine's all about like the gaming scene and gaming scene. You can like build clans. You can like talk to your clans over there, and there's like a shop over there on Engine coins. Engine's a cool one. I like Engine. If you like gaming, it's definitely a cool one.
Luna is the best to stack. You must see the rewards. I've been staking for the last month. Is one of my favorite coins.
NFTs. We need Mecha Bitcoin. AMP, I like AMP. Like it's like it's trying to help with like the collateral. So like, you know, the issues with, you know, I think that what I kind of got when I did my AMP research today is kind of like if you have a credit card and like you cannot pay it because you don't have, they don't really have anything against you, right? Because you have it on credit. I think AMP's trying to help with that, sort of like a collateral, right? So, so if you don't pay back, it's sort of like collateral. I didn't completely understand it. I got to do a little more deeper into that, but I think that's the general premise of that. It's where if you're borrowing money, it's sort of like a collateral against it. They describe it as variable assurance for any kind of value transfer. Yeah. So basically, if you're you know transferring money for something else for a service, it's basically verifying that you actually do have that money and you're not just going to screw over the other side. Nathan said wrong. Yeah, I don't know, man. Some of the stuff I do know some of it about. Algo. Oh, you guys are getting mad about algo. Nathan's probably saying wrong. I got all the algo people attacking me now because I said I sold my algo. Jeez. Avalanche is okay, right? Avalanche is okay. Another smart contract platform. A lot of those. AMP. Algo. All right. Yeah, but I'm not gonna go through all these. I mean, I don't know how much people like me going through this top list, but you know, as I start getting accustomed to more of this, I'll probably do this a little more often. He says wrong and doesn't offer the correct answer. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a huge fundamentals guy. I'm trying my best to learn. So if I'm wrong about what I'm saying, let me know.
Started 1 TD, 11 it s.
I think most of the stuff I
12
have down
games,
for the most
3
part.
TDs, 11 ints, 9 fumbles. Kaiser 15 games, 11 TDs, 22 ints. Clausen 13 games, 3 TDs, 9 ints.
Sold your algo, I'll find you. I sell my algo for ETH. It's my wife. Okay?
Current pattern 6/21 to now same as February to May.
Yeah, we'll go over some more of those later. Forget what people in the chat about you. Oh, I don't really care. I'm just letting people know. Like I don't don't take what I'm saying verbatim here. I'm just kind of going with what I know. So if I'm not wording something correctly, let me know because you know, trying to learn a lot of that stuff too. I know most of that stuff, like the general basics, but some of the stuff I might, you know, might mix up with another coin or something. Love the humbleness, bro. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna stand up here and act like I'm an expert for all the coins. But thanks, Briaja. Appreciate it, my man. I think anyone who just kind of stands up here and tries to 100% act like they know every word they're talking about. I mean, you guys know a lot of those type of people, right? Hey, bro, who exactly is selling right now? Day traders, paper hands, banned. Oh, I already did that one. Art. Can you turn that off? You guys want me to keep the robot on or turn the robot off? You got JD in here getting pissed about the robot. And JD's in here all the time. But I don't know. Do people like the girl robot? Do people not like the girl robot? Let me know. Look how creepy SLP is. Slam said Luna is the best to stack. You must see the rewards. I've been staking for the last month. Is one of my favorite coins. Yeah, like I said, what did I do? I was looking at Luna for like a half hour today. Kind of, you know, I get the whole premise about it. I think it's a cool coin with the whole stable coins and stuff, you know. I've been staking. How much is the staking rewards for Luna, dude? Off. She interrupts too much. She's pretty hot. Too loud. I can turn her down. I can turn her down. I'll turn her down a little bit. How about that? Let's do. Let's turn her down to 60. Turn her down to 60.
Should we let your wife going down on us? Or let her keep going? Clenched fist, open mouth smile.
Let me know if 60 is a little bit better. I turned the volume from 100 to 60. So if that's better, let me know. And then if it's not better, I'll turn it off. Turn her up. That's good. All right, cool. Don't hate the player, hate the game. So true. So true. Comma White said current pattern 621 to now, same as Feb.
Do you feel market is too saturated? So many coins.
Yeah, it's a little saturated, Rob. It's a little saturated, man. Where were we? Current pattern 621 to now, same as February to May. 621 to now. Where are we 621? We were right. Where are we? 621, right here. Same as when? February to May. Let's see. February to May. Right here. February, May. Yeah, I think a lot. We talked about this the other day, right? If you guys didn't watch the stream the other day when we talked about, are we in wick off or are we in distribution, which I'm sick of talking about. And the whole stream was me pretty much saying I was sick of talking about it. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. Very, very, almost exactly the same actually. Which obviously it did play out, be bearish, but we can overlay that real quick just to check. Let's see. Got to get this fitted here best I can. Sometimes this is kind of approaching here. Let's.
Thanks and thank you for all you do.
Yeah, actually, if you actually adjust this, it's not perfect, but you get the general sentiment, right? That's a little bit lower here. You get the general sentiment, right? Pretty similar. Coming from the downside. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I can see the sentiment. But yeah, see, it's not perfect, but and the difference between that one is this one was coming from the upside, so that's pure distribution. This one, I guess you can call it redistribution, but I mean, it's a little bit different because this one you're coming from the downside. So I don't know how valid that is, but we'll see. It's bullish. We'll see. A new fractal. Algo said, Jordan, I suggest you make anyone you trust in the chat a moderator so we know who is trusted and who isn't. I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I could do that, man, because everyone who I don't make a moderator is going to be offended. They're going to be like, oh, you don't trust me? Oh, I'm never watching you again. I can see that being an issue. Creighton said, Alex Smith, 9 games started, 1 touchdown, 11 interceptions. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Russell, 12 games, 3 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 9 fumbles. Oh my. Marcus Russell. Damn. Kaiser, 15 games, 11 touchdowns, 22 interceptions. Clausen, 13 games, 3 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Go sit in the corner. You got a case of quarterback privilege. I do, Creighton. I do. I cannot admit it. But still, maybe it's not so much about the numbers. If you had an eye test, anyone else who was a Patriots fan here knows how bad Cam Newton was there. It's more of the eye test. He just can't throw. He can't throw. And I guarantee you, if he could throw, he would have thrown more interceptions if he could throw. The only reason he didn't throw that many interceptions is he couldn't freaking throw. He couldn't throw past 10 yards. All he did do is dump off passes and quick slants. That's it. Should we let your wife going down on us or let her keep going? You can keep her for a little bit. She's been pissing me off lately anyways. So she's been pissing me off a little bit. So you can keep her, dude. She's probably going to keep going down. So I mean, enjoy it while you can until she comes back to me. Robert said, do you feel market is too saturated? So many coins. There is a lot of coins. Like it used to be, you know, each coin kind of had their use case. Now there's like 5 coins that do each thing, and they're all kind of battling each other. So, but every cycle.
If you stack Luna, you get 14% API on Luna Plus. You get airdrop in all new projects launched in the Luna ecosystem.
If each cycle, right? At least there's only been one cycle where there's altcoins or one bear cycle, but last cycle, 90 to 95% of altcoins were wiped away. I'm expecting something similar to that. I don't think it'll be that drastic. I think probably most of the top coins, I'm thinking most of the top probably 300-400 coins will still be around unless they're absolutely S coins. But I think, you know, most really low cap coins will probably be wiped out in the next true bear market. I don't think we're in the next true bear market yet. But when we are, I think a lot of those coins get wiped out, which will once again kind of refresh and bring new projects in. And it's kind of like how we saw last time, right? Obviously, that's just speculation. Thanks, and thank you for all you do. Thank you, JD. Appreciate it, man. I was just kidding with you in the chat, man. Appreciate the shout out though. Let me know that the robot was a little bit too loud. If anything's ever too loud or anything, guys, feel free to let me know in the chat. Helps out everyone. It helps out me. You know, it's better than just watching something that's not pleasant, right? Slam said, if you stack Luna, you get 14% API on Luna, plus you get airdrop in all new projects launched in the Luna ecosystem. You get 14%, at least right now. And you get airdrop in all new projects launched in the Luna ecosystem. That's pretty cool. That's pretty damn cool. Something to look into, guys. If you guys do own Luna, I don't own Luna, but if you do, 14%, pretty good. I tried. I'll go. You always try, man. You always try. I'll give you that, especially with I see how you changed your name away from the graph. You finally gave up on the graph, huh? The graph is gone. Dragonfly says, I like George, dude. That's so random, man. He said, I like George, dude. I have a liking to cool Asian guys. Just because I had an Asian roommate in college. Yeah. I have a few Asian friends. Asian people are awesome. Actually, you know what's interesting? The Asian friends I have, they're like not typical Asian people. They're both, like 2 of them are both super wild. They're freaking crazy. And George seems like he's a good time too. I mean, I feel like, yeah, I agree with you though, man. I saw most Pats games, my AFC team. Thanks for sending Brady to the NFC. I like watching Packer fans cry over who the best quarterback is. Don't get me started about that, dude. You can't even compare the two. Especially now. Like you might have had the argument, oh, Brady had Belichick. You can't argue it. Even before you couldn't argue it. It's not even close. Rodgers only made 1 damn Super Bowl. He only made 1 Super Bowl. You can't even argue. Yeah, I don't. Anyone who thinks that Rodgers is better than Brady has no argument. Now, I can't respect their football analysis if they think Rodgers is even close to Brady. And that's just not bias. That's not coming from bias. If I was a different fan of a different team, it would be the same different thing. Rodgers made 1 Super Bowl, won 1 Super Bowl. He only made 1, right? The best quarterback of all time would make more than 1 Super Bowl. I'm sorry. And not choke every single year they're in the Super Bowl. Don't get me started. The Packers fans are insufferable, dude. Absolutely insufferable. Because they actually try to argue with that. They do. Sometimes I go in the Packers fans Reddit and argue with them about that. Just because. Favre Rodgers. Yeah. All right. The Bitcoin's right at support again. We're kind of just chilling. 9 o'clock. No, I'm not triggered. No one even brought up Rogers. I just felt like making my point. No one there. I just felt like making my point there. You know, because I know someone in the chat was going to say Rogers is better than Brady. No one even close. Not even close. The closest to me is Peyton Manning, and even then, it's not even close. Peyton Manning's number 2 for me. I know everyone's going to say Montana. Just a different era. Just a different era. If Brady didn't exist, Peyton Manning would probably have 4 Super Bowls. You know, that's the way I look at it, dude. All right. What else can we look at? I'll answer a few more questions in the chat, man. A few more questions in the chat, and I'll probably call it a stream just because there's not really much going on today, guys. I'd love to stay on all night, but you know, and when we start talking about non-crypto stuff, then you know it's about time. GRT ain't dead. Rogers doesn't suck. I wouldn't say he sucks. He's still probably, I mean, I think he's still a little bit overrated, but he's still one of the best quarterbacks to play. But I think he's a little bit overrated. People, I probably don't even have him in my top 5 personally. Tony Romo, he's okay, dude. Tony Romo is Sunflower said, wait, is this a crypto channel? Not lately. We talk about crypto for half the stream and half not. Tony Romo, I think he was good. I mean, for a couple of years, he was a good career, right? He was a top 10 quarterback. He was never a top 5 quarterback, but he was always in that 5 to 10 range throughout his career. He had a good career. Never could get the team over the top, but you know, not many quarterbacks can, right? There's only a handful of quarterbacks that have won more than 1 Super Bowl. So you might get lucky once, but it's tough to win it twice. It's tough unless you're Eli Manning and you want to beat the Pats. That's about it. About it. Small waist, pretty face with a big bank. What's up, Willie? Don't sell your crypto, people. Have a good night, man. Small waist, pretty face with a big bank. Small waist, pretty face with a big bank. It's always good, man. It's always good. Someone said something funny to me yesterday. They're like, it pops up because you watch them. Maybe I watch them, but I refuse to double tap those things. What's up, Crunk? Crunk, see? Wait, Crunk. I think I saw you somewhere else today, man. I think I was watching something today. I saw you in another stream or another video. I forget where it was. Maybe it was yesterday. I think I saw you somewhere else. We should have Guy version of that. We should. That would be miserable. Hey, crypto has to do something before we can talk about it. Yeah, exactly. It's got to do something. You're getting close, guys. We're getting to the finish line, I hope. Hopefully it's a good finish line. Hopefully it's not like, you know, but like they always say, right? That the tortoise always beats the hare. And I used to say this a lot before we started getting super parabolic and just kind of became normal. It's always to go better. It's always good to go up slowly than to go up, you know, super parabolic. And that's another reason why I think, you know, we went up way too fast right here. We probably should have went up something like this.
Jordan been
right?
watching girls on IG shake their butt.
Probably what should have happened, but unfortunately, we had the Tesla news, we had the Grayscale news, we had MicroStrategy. I think that pushed the market up too fast. If we just went up like this, everyone would be super bullish right now. But it's the fact that we came back down like this, now everyone's super bearish. So this is probably what we should have done, but we didn't. So we're correcting, right? Hopefully this is just another leg to the upside. This could just be hopium, right? Could just be some hopium, but You know, I got to give some hopium every now and then. You guys know I like some of my hopium sometimes. But I've used a lot of my hopium storage the last 2 months. So I got to save some of it. Got to save some of it. Fast move is a false move. Correct. Correct. Change my mind. Robot could be louder again. Now you guys want the robot louder? It's some people want it gone, some people want it louder, some people want it shorter. So I'm gonna keep it low. I'm gonna keep it on but low, which I think kind of appeases everyone. Okay, I gotta try to appease everyone here. Bitcoin dumping hard. Bitcoin's not dumping. I'm looking at it right now. Saying Bitcoin's dumping hard. MDX crypto was tipsy last night, Jordan. Yeah, sometimes I watch those tipsy streams. I didn't watch it last night, but I watched one the other day. Right, it was probably like 2 weeks ago now. But yeah, those are pretty funny. MDX is a cool guy. I know I always make fun of him because of the like shilling bit Bybit and stuff, but he seems like a cool guy. Other than the Bybit shilling, I would definitely hang out with MDX. Me and him would get along pretty well, I think. He seems like he's crazy though. Probably not as crazy as him. I like hearing you make money. Thanks, Keith. Jordan has been watching girls on IG shake their butt. I do it all the time, Rob. Not on IG. It pops up on know where it pops up? It pops up on YouTube. And like I don't know why. One day it popped up. Maybe I watched one. Now the YouTube algorithm thinks I always want to watch it. You know, if I see a big butt pop up, probably gonna click on it, but I'm not gonna like it because I'm not giving them the satisfaction that I liked it. But I guess I'm helping the YouTube algorithm, so who knows? Who knows? Louder for funsies. What was I looking at, man? Pepper challenge. Why are you saying that, man? I'm so confused. YouTube knows what I like. The pepper challenge, doing some weird stuff in the chat, man. Weird stuff in the chat. Creighton said, Jordan, the good news is you'll most likely have only a month or two more of sideways action. So exciting. I'm sure we can talk about the wick off for 48 more weeks. Please, no. I'm so tired of talking about the wick off. The other day I had to do it just so I could throw it in the trash, right? Just to kind of tell everyone, like, we could be in either one, right? It's all about what kind of bias you have. If you're a bull, oh, we're in wick off accumulation. If you're a bear, oh, we're in wick off redistribution. It's all about what goggles you have on and what costume you have on at the time, right? So if you're in the bear costume, oh, it's wick off accumulation. If you it's distribution. It's easy as that, man. Sometimes that's what looking at charts is. It's all about, you know, what side you're on, and your bias can play a huge effect into what you're looking at. Sometimes I have to reel in my bull, right? Sometimes I'll be looking at a chart that's clearly bearish, and I'll be like, I'll try to find like the one or two things that are bullish. And sometimes it's hard to, you know, flip what you want to happen rather than what's actually happening, right? That's kind of the biggest thing I've learned over the years is you gotta put out your bias and what you want to happen and look at the reality of things. And I've gotten good at that lately. I know I've sound bearish lately, but yeah, the charts have been slightly bearish lately. So, but long term, I think the long term charts look fine when you look at the weekly. Even the daily looks fine, but 4 hour hourly lately look bearish. The moon suit. The moon suit. 4 a.m. here. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for watching. As always, I'm probably going to end up ending the stream pretty soon here anyways. Just because there's really not much else to look at, man. Looks like, Mike, I'm not going to look at any more altcoins tonight, my man. No more altcoins. No more altcoin charts tonight. I'll be streaming in the morning tomorrow, and I'll do a bunch of altcoin charts tomorrow. All right. In the morning, and then obviously I'll be streaming at night too. But what is going to happen? I don't know. I love when people are just like come in and they're like, "What is going to happen?" Pat Sully, what's up, man? We're just waiting for a breakout of the triangle. No one on this earth knows if we're going to pump to the upside or downside. No one on this earth. Only the whales that are, you know, on this table, and they already know what's going to happen. They haven't planned. Fortunately, us little pawns, we have no idea. Right? 20K. This floor is getting weaker. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm probably going to call it a stream here just because, you know, nothing's really going on. And we're talking nonsense. We're talking football. We're talking big bank, little bank. We're talking, I don't even know what we're talking. I forget half the things we talked about already. But peace out. All right. I'll be on tomorrow in the morning from probably at 10 o'clock. Let's call it 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll go over a bunch of altcoins during the stream tomorrow. And then obviously we have the night stream every day, 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe. As always, hit that like button before you go. We hit about, let's see how many likes we hit. 571. Not bad for a slower Monday today. We're just waiting on Bitcoin to wake up here. But anyways, I'll catch y'all in tomorrow's stream. Make sure you don't panic sell your Bitcoin. And most of all, right? What's the most important thing we learned from the stream? Don't panic sell your Bitcoin. All right. Peace out, everyone. Take care. Have a good night, seriously. And if you guys want to join the Discord, links in the description down below. Peace.